What's up? What's up? Mad salute to this dope as fuck underground movement. Welcome back, everybody, to another great episode of Just a Conversation, your favorite hip hop podcast on deck via Nostalgic Radio. And I want to give a few shots out real quick before we get going because we got a great soul in the house. Old soul, young body. This brother be doing his thing. Before we get to that, I want to give a man shout out to my Nostalgia Radio family, Woody Wood, T Pretty, CEO Man, Young Top 21 Gunner, Christine, Bismarck Brand, and and everybody, and everybody that's on the Nostalgia Radio team. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Salute. And be proud of that because this is something that's been in the making because it's been in the vision and it's been in the ethers and now it's manifesting. And it's a big salute and a big honor to the brother Young King, Jason Dixon, for putting everything together and bringing the vision to fruition. And we just happy to be a part of that squad and that team. Oh, mad salute to y'all. Want to give another big mad salute and shout out to Allure Authentic Hair Oil. You know, that's my fam. She doing her thing. Go over to her website, Facebook, Instagram. Check it out. Y'all been seeing me advertising on my Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead and copy a bottle. Get that beard together. Get them braids and them locks together. Y'all know what it is. Support Asiatic owned businesses. And now, with that said, we finna bring on the Young King, B Rocking 10, coming out of San Antonio, Texas. Y'all know what it is. I call him the Texas Tornado, but everybody else call him Tony. There you go, there you go. Mad salute, King B Rockington.
Yes,
Appreciate you
sir.
coming on, bro. It's been a long time coming for us to chop it up. And I'm glad the opportunity has brought itself around. Let everybody know who you are, what you doing, what you about.
I'm Tony B. Rockington. I've been in the rap game, I guess, probably like 11, 12 years plus. Started out rapping and freestyling, but I write my music kind of like poetry, so I've been told my music is it stands out, more meaning to it. That's why I appreciate rappers like Godson because music with a meaning, that's what I'm about. It's
Oh
cool.
man,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you,
it's
brother.
Yes, sir. That's what we need in the industry. Not It's about the message we spread and teach people, and that's kind of what my music's about. And I don't make a lot of like trap and stuff like that. I'm don't get me wrong. I have a lot of varieties. I'm versatile. I also
Hmm.
sing. Lately, I've been doing singing. Usually, I have braids. I'm all done up. I don't have braids right now, so I just put on a hat. But
Gotcha.
yeah, just music with a meaning, and I've been doing that. Also doing some TikTok stuff. So you can find me at B Rockington on TikTok, B Rockington on Instagram, Tony Rockington, B Rockington. I'm also B Rockington page on Facebook, and then I got B
Hmm.
Rockin' Trucks page on TikTok. So if you got car issues and stuff like that, holla at your boy also for that. So.
Okay, okay. Look at that. The young king with all them crowns on, man. Look at you. I
Yes,
know you
sir.
balancing them boys real well, man. That's what's up. Man,
For sure.
salute to that. Now, how long you been in the mechanic thing, man? You grew up with it, your pops, your granddad, your uncle showed you how to get up under that hood and go busy?
No, actually, it paid weekly, so I stuck with it. It's
Okay.
honestly the easy route out, as weird as that sounds, because I always stuck with mechanics. We always tell ourselves, man, I'm gonna be the biggest artist. This is just a job, and
Hmm.
that job turned into, I've been at the same place now 12 years, and I've
Okay.
learned so much that, people are like, you should open your own shop. I'm like, yeah, I could, but it's not my passion. So I'm going back to
Gotcha.
school so I can learn uh, CGI, video game, 3D animation, stuff like that. It might help out my music videos too. You might see some cool
Hey,
visuals
man.
done by me too. So you never know.
Come on now, rake in all the racks all the time. Rake in all the racks. That's right. Ain't
Yes,
no doubt
sir.
about that. Ain't no doubt about that. Now, how long you been in the music? As far as um, what got you going? What sparked it? Was it when you was little? Um, how did music become a part of your life? Because it's definitely deeply entrenched.
Yeah, it's music. Music is life, and it can make your mood depending on how you're doing. We all need sad days just as much as you need good days, and there's all sorts of
Facts.
vibes for it. And that's what kind of
Hmm.
saved me is I have songs where I've written about music, and it's kind of like they're written like it's about a person because music kind of is, they're there when I have no one to talk to. I can write a song, and
Mm.
that's, I guess, I hit a pretty after high school. I hit a pretty big low, and I was in college then, and I don't know. I guess didn't know what I wanted to do, and was just kind of, how when you're young and you're getting into the world, you just process things different. So,
Searching. Yeah. Yep. Got you.
and music helped me find that, but I never took it serious until I came to San Antonio, and I don't really know anybody here, so it's just me and my wife. We moved here, her family's here, so.
Hmm.
Um, and I've just been going for it, doing shows and stuff. I invested in my own studio. That's where I'm in now. So I record at
That's what's
home,
up.
mix all my own
Okay.
stuff. I even make my own clothes, merch and stuff like that. So everything's just done by B Rockington himself. Very
That's
self
what's up.
sufficient.
No, look, that's what's necessary, bro.
Yeah.
Young Asiatic entrepreneur. That's what's up. Nah, the movie thing, because I know you done got a couple of movie roles up under your belt now. You know what I'm saying? You got the
Yeah.
R&B going on. You know what I'm saying? The pretty Tony look. So what's up with the movie thing? How you working with that, and how that's working out for you?
I'd love to get into more. I guess I just need to find more roles. And the one thing I always kind of beat myself up for is I didn't go all out like I would in music because shooting a scene in a movie is so much different than recording a
Hmm.
song or even being on stage because I was there with like real actors and actresses. It's just the role for the movie that I was in recently. It was written based off of B. Rockington, kind of, because I know the guy who wrote the movie, and he was like, "Why not
Okay.
have who the he's an artist in the movie as well, and in the movie actually spit some of the bars I actually wrote, so it's kind of cool.
Okay.
But yeah, that
That's what's
movie's on
up.
Prime. It's called Lives of Wolves. Recently hit Prime and Fossum, and I think there's another one, but yeah, it's out. So I'm in that one. I want to do more roles though. I always wanted to do like a superhero movie. I don't care what anyone says. I don't even care if I'm like the villain and I end up dying or something. Like that would be funny. I want to be in a movie like
No,
that.
bro, that ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing, man. And congratulations to you too, man. That's what's up, man. Ain't too many can say they on Prime, man. You know what I'm saying? For real
I
though,
appreciate
that's
that.
what's up
I
on that,
appreciate
man.
that.
And don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with Tubi. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Yeah,
popping up on Tubi, that's what's up because it's a beginning.
that's
Everybody got to
right.
start somewhere. So that Prime, Amazon,
Hmm.
say you up in a film that's on Netflix, that's a little step above. You know what I'm saying? So that's some good experience that you got under your belt with that,
Yeah,
and I'm
I
I'm I'm,
appreciate
I'm
that.
definitely happy to I'm definitely happy to hear that, man. So now, um, the brother Jonathan Sanchez, our brother from 10 out of 10 Promotions, mad salute to Young Jay, and mad salute to the brother Rock Blanco, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, from 10 Promotions. When did y'all hook up? Because I know he your manager. When did y'all hook up, man? Did y'all hook up when you got to San Antonio, or was it internet? How y'all get together?
So John actually like I was making music back in 20 like 14 when I started growing my hair, and
Mm,
I was dropping like 5, 6 songs a week. I was going crazy, and
gotcha.
they just weren't the best songs. I was still in that like very beginner stage. Um, and I even had people tell me like, "Hey, your timing's off, this and that." but I took constructive criticism. It just helps build me up to a better artist. So I
Amen.
was just dropping songs, dropping. If you go on SoundCloud, you'll hear music back from like 2014 that I never released on like iTunes or
Really
stuff.
pushed it. Right. Yep.
And John was hearing that music, and then he worked at a store close to my work. And one day I went in and I was getting like a drink or something, and he was like, "Hey, we rocking it?" And I was like, "Hey, no one ever calls me that. Like, no one knows my music. No one really messes with me." And
Right.
then he was like, "Yeah, bro, I listen to your music," and he always saw the potential in me. And sometimes all you need is just one person. Of course, I have family. Don't get me wrong. My wife always very good
Hmm.
support system, but he was one of
Right.
those people that isn't family on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
That
It hit
so
different.
yeah, it just hits a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like,
It hit different. Facts.
and so he just was like, "Man, you got to keep going." And he started finding shows too. He actually found my first show I was in, and he's been at like every show. There's only been a couple he hasn't been at. And eventually I'm
Hmm.
gonna make like print out all the flyers and like cover my studio and all the flyers. But like
Excuse me.
shout out him for real. He's helped keep me in the game when I was very down on myself. And yeah, real one since A1 since day one. Real just
Right.
he's helping promote. He's awesome at it, and that's why he has 10 out of 10 promotions. Shout out them, like you said. And Rock,
Man, mad salute to 10 out of 10 for sure.
yeah. And then Rock Blanco, um, he made the beat for Right and Dirty.
Hmm.
And I met him through a song contest he was hosting because he's an awesome producer. He also is an
Yep.
artist and raps as well. Um,
Hmm. Great engineer.
but awesome engineer as well. And he had a song contest, and I was like, at that time, I was dropping music on SoundCloud. I was like, I'm taking up challenges left and right. I'm just rapping on at my house. I was in the kitchen at the time in an apartment, just rapping in the
Hmm.
kitchen, and I won the contest with him. I ate that shit up though. Like, ooh, I ate that song up,
That's what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah. Talk
bro.
that shit.
I listen to it these days. I'm like, my delivery isn't as clean as it is now, and my voice is a little bit like more
It's different.
childish. But
Yeah. Right.
I was, oh, I killed that, and I started working with him from there. And
Right.
he's also a real cool person. He dropped a lot of knowledge on me, taught me how to self distribute my music, and things like that. So without those two, there wouldn't be like a B Rockinson. Just like um, who the my friend that wrote the movie, his name's Scripta, but Frank
Hmm.
on Facebook, and he taught me how to like count beats and recording at home. So big time mentor. That's also
Hmm.
why I was proud to be in his movie. Um, I don't know. Do I have the book? Yes, this is the book. Uh, so my character's in this book as well, and I mean
Okay.
he gave me a signed copy, everything. So it's real cool. Um,
That's what's up. Okay. So
so the
he's an
book
author
sound
and a
awesome.
filmmaker.
Yeah, director, script writer, art. He's an amazing artist.
Okay.
Also, he'd be.
Okay.
I'd put him in a category like you and I as artists, where try to make something more meaningful, something that
Hmm.
stand for something, and that's what we need as a country. We need people standing for something.
Facts. I feel you. Dropping hip hop with a purpose
Yeah, that it's
all the
can't beat
time.
it. Can't beat it.
Nah. Hey, the world knows the need for it. That's why I just stay in my lane and keep floating.
Yeah,
You see, because
bro.
it's coming around. It's coming around, bro. It's coming around. The underground will always be the front line leaders of hip hop.
I agree.
Always. We gonna always be that. Now, the modeling thing, you getting off into the modeling thing also, right?
Hell yeah, I'd love to do that, man. Um, I've always been told I have the look for an artist, and I've even had like DJs tell me I have a very R&B look, even though I can rap. Like
Hmm.
I rap mean, don't worry about that. But they say like I look like
Right.
an R&B singer. Um, I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
If so, it's
you definitely sound better than Drake with the R&B. So yeah, go on ahead,
my dog, my dog.
go on
Yeah.
ahead, man, and do
But I
that,
was,
man. Put that R&B and hip hop album together, bruh. Put
that's what I
that
need to do.
together.
Yeah, John's
Yeah,
trying to
put
get me
that
to do that.
for real. That'd be dope, for real. One had one side R&B, the other side hip hop.
That
Come
would be
on
pretty
now.
dope. I need to. I got ideas. I just need to execute.
Hey
But
man.
yeah, the modeling thing, I'd be down to do that. I tried doing that after high school, but I didn't really work out or nothing. And it's for real. If you want to take it serious, you gotta take care of yourself. Like the models, like how they look is. So I'm working on that right now. I've been eating fruit every morning. I'm going on a month now, over a month, running every morning a mile before I go to work.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's what's up.
stuff
Okay.
like that. Health
Bet.
is wealth,
Now that's
also.
that's definitely leading off into what I was finna get into next with you, as far as spiritualism, mental health and things of this nature, keeping it together, because you know we starving artists. We got 9 to 5s. We doing the damn thing, and we still find time to hit the studio, hit the laptop, however we do it. Find time to write. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
definitely the dedication, but we definitely need the reinforcement is what I'm, the word I want to use. When I say reinforcement, I'm meaning the spiritual armor, the mental armor. You know what I'm saying? Like you said about the working out, eating healthy. That's the physical armor. You know what I'm saying? And what do you do to keep the spiritual and the mental armor on, and to keep it going and keep it smooth?
Um, the working out also helps my mental. Um, it
Hmm.
helps release. I don't know if it's dopamine or something, but it's something that with when you work out, you actually just feel a little bit better about yourself.
Yeah,
Um,
your energy levels be up and everything.
but I also just like you said, just mind my own. I hang out with people that I know love me and I love
Mm,
them, and it's all love. Uh, that's all we need, man, at the end of the day. So I just try to stick with that. I used to let
that's what's up.
like social media, like at one point I didn't get on social media for like 3 months because I was just like stressing out about numbers on it, and everything became like a
Wow.
job, so, and I think
Right.
that's
Took the
kind
fun out of it.
yeah, and it kind of hurt my like fan base a little because I just disconnected
Hmm.
totally from everyone. But you got to take care of
Okay.
yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your family. So
Exactly. I agree. I totally agree with that. That's
yeah,
what's up. And I find a lot of underground artists do that. They do take the social media breaks. You know what I'm saying? They do take time to say, okay, let me rewind, refresh, recharge. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
What's crazy about it, bro? And I had a minute where, because when I first started getting into things, shout out to ATR Slaves, my man Brandon Lee out there in Arizona, ATR up north here in Michigan. They got
yeah,
me going with the music and getting on SoundCloud, back in the air 2018, late 2017. And at that time, I didn't know how to balance shit at all. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking I gotta go ahead and I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta share this, I gotta share that, I gotta make sure everybody know who it is, and then, you know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where, nah, I don't need to do all that. I just need
yeah,
to do two or three things, and I'll be done with it. So once you, like you say, once you find that balance, sometimes people need to step away. I found that
hmm
I don't necessarily need to step away totally. If I leave, let's say if I have 3 social medias, I let one go and just keep two.
yeah,
Once I'm finished utilizing those two or one of those two, I bring back the other and let one of the other ones go that I just utilized. You see what I'm saying? And
Yes.
there, in that aspects, that keeps me balanced, so I ain't got to worry about. I ain't working too hard, and I ain't doing too much social media. I ain't doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Everything balanced.
Yeah.
So the music is getting put out and done. The sharing and the supporting and the propagating is done. You know what I'm saying? And everything works out because I don't look at time in a linear fashion as everybody. I look at time in the aspect of, okay, it's gonna get done. Don't worry about it.
That's how I see it too. That's the best way to see it. Like, but those are really good points you made with having multiple social media is kind of working for you.
Hmm.
That's how I've been these days. So I guess I see it more like how you operate these days is I always have like my TikTok is always going, and then YouTube I kind of tap in and out of that one, and Facebook I just kind of
Hmm.
check every now and then, but
Yeah,
TikTok's always going.
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's always got to be a balance,
Yes.
and because TikTok right now is your money maker,
Yeah.
will finna be your money maker.
Yeah. Hell
You
yeah,
see
man.
what
I'm
I'm saying?
excited. Got to keep going.
Right, exactly. So ain't no question on that. Always got to keep that on point.
Yes.
So your spiritual armor. What's your spiritual armor?
I guess I'm that I guess that's how I am. I'm more like spiritual. I believe there is something to have hope for,
Mm,
and I believe in people even though I see a lot of hate every day. Um,
right,
but like as a kid, I had too much faith in mankind, and I just seen a lot of just like we all have just seen people just do some horrible things. So you start to
right,
realize, people may not be that good, but just I guess spiritually, I still just I guess I'm like a spiritual. I believe something. If you do good, good things will come to you. If you have your heart in it and your mind in the right place,
hmm,
and you do it for the right reasons. I have that spiritual kind of peace. And
okay,
I'm not more like how some people are the manifestors, how they're just like I'm gonna keep believing in it,
right,
because I let myself down every time I do that. I feel like because it doesn't always still happen, but
right.
I definitely do believe there's something, out there that helps you if you help yourself and
Amen.
you really believe in that.
Okay, that's what's up. That's definitely okay. That's definitely aspect of looking at life and knowing thyself and understanding what truth is.
Hmm.
We finna hit this first commercial break. Y'all check out this dope underground hip hop that's about to be played on Nostalgic Radio, baby. And we go come back with King B. Rocky.
We keep it coming for show. From the bottom to the top, we gon' go. Yeah, never slipping, always holding it down. From the dirty south, coming with our own damn sound. Sky high, we keep it coming for show. From the bottom to the top, we gon' go. Yeah, never slipping, always holding it down. From the dirty south, coming with our own damn sound. First thing last, of the cheaters, known to keep it crunk, known to pop pills, known to blow skunk. That right, known to keep a card on my sleeve. Got a hoe on standby, ready to snatch at your weed. For sure, stay your brain, your mind can't grow. Send that ass through some woods and hunt that ass with a crossbow. It be wood. You know my thoughts be incomplete, my game be bittersweet, your game be obsolete. Dark man, we them boys that check out game. I know a lot of players hate, but I'm not saying no name, cause I'm a motherfucking survivor.
Hey, Rocky got me on this beat so I can talk my shit. Real nigga about peace. Yeah. Hey, Rocky about to hop on this beat. Hey, the cost to be the boss, that's a real nigga beat. Go.
Black Messiah. Say, it took God 7 days to create the world, right? Black Messiah. With this one.
It's just a ghetto living in me.
Ghetto living in me.
What up, dope? What up, dope? Master Lou, welcome back to Just a Conversation. And we back with the king, Beat Rocky 10.
Yes, sir.
Tell us where you get the name from, King. I mean, well, obviously, but right.
Yeah, my last name is Rockington, and so
Right.
Rockington. But my homie does comedy now. Anthony Austin Brown. He made it in high school. He was just messing around with it. He's like, Tony, Rocky 10, and then like 10 million in the bank. Like that's kids, you know what I'm saying? Stupid stuff. And I was like, it's original. I be rocking it. So.
Nah, it's definitely a good fit for sure. Definitely a good fit, but it's definitely original. You know what I'm saying? You can't get more original than that. You know what I mean?
And then when people see my last name, they usually like, okay.
Right. No, it's clever how you did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a salute to you on that one. I got tell that King J knows the music still playing in the background. King J. Nah, what music still playing in the back, King?
Yes.
What's next on the horizon for you, my brother?
I'm gonna be doing school. I got some other songs I'm trying to finish up. I got a song with Obi-Wan that I'm working on finishing up, and him
Salute to
too.
OB.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. He's helped me tap in with my R&B side. We have like "Let It Go Far." That song, heat man, with JP, the Pompaphilian as well. Shout out to him.
Oh, man, that's my brother there, boy. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Shout out to both of them. They helped me tap into that R&B side as well. So
that's good.
got something with that. So a couple songs, and then school. Start doing some art, visual stuff.
Okay, that's what's up. So, with the so you getting into the graphic aspect of making anime cartoons, or just
like
doing graphics, period?
I guess like a graphics period, because it could be used to make like 3D commercials for safety crash videos for car companies, all the way up to
Mm-hmm.
working for Disney or Pixar and doing those Disney movies,
Okay.
doing CGI like for Transformers movies. I would be drawing all the robots in each frame,
Right.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So making video games is part of it too. So who knows? I could be making the next Call of Duty game. Like you never know.
Right. Right. Oh, the next B Rockington game.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm down to
Come
make
on now.
something. Hey, if I can
No,
get
that's
in like a design team with like shoes or something, I'm down with that too. Design some shoes.
yeah. Well, that's not hard to do. You can do that. The brother Marlon Reed do that. The brother King Jason, he got his own shoe out. So shoe design is easy nowadays.
Yeah.
Actually, so since you got your own clothes line, definitely put the shoe with it, and then go off and running. The thing about that is that as a people, we feel we have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes that only cost $20 to make.
That's what I'm saying.
When we can go to you, King Jason, King Marlon, or the next sister or brother that got their own shoe. You know what I'm saying? Because all they doing is they got a name on it. If it's
Yep.
good quality shoe, it's a good quality shoe. You see what I'm saying? So the thing about it is how we think about the value system.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? In this country, the value system has been overrated for decades and decades because we put value on something that shouldn't have value.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Like I collect shoes, but out of like my whole shoe wall, I
Hmm.
I'm only paying retail. Like, and there's people paying, like you said, 800, 900 for a shoe that if if you got a retail, it's like $100 or $80 or something.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Not even that, bro. Now we finding out everything is made in China.
everything, man.
Everything, bro. We can go straight direct, holla. Hey, look, man, I need something done. And get that. You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
we need Gucci for? We don't need Gucci no more. We don't need Louis
Hell
Vuitton
no.
no more. We go
Nah.
straight to the source.
I believe in that all the way. If I'm not wearing my brand, I'm trying to wear one of my people's. I got, like you said, I know a few people
Exactly.
in the city that have some pretty dope stuff.
So, you see what I'm saying? Exactly. So when and I want people to understand, like when I say buy, support Asiatic owned businesses and stuff like that, and it's a need for us to understand that's not something that's racist. That's not something that's prejudiced and none of that. Because technically, Caucasians do that. They
Yeah.
support their people. They support their businesses because
Yeah.
it's a turnaround. Hey, you got plumber Bill over here and electrician Joe over here. They go, hey, yeah, man, Bobby down the street needs some work, man. And there it is there. So why can't we do the same thing? You see what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I
Asians,
agree.
Latinos, and blacks. Why we can't do the same thing? It's it's it's
I
it's a
don't know,
need to
man.
understand economics, and we got economics all fucked up in this country.
Easily, yeah. That's a huge problem for sure. A huge problem. And then it's just hard to get people to, I guess, if you have something, like you said, they'd rather have the name brands or something big to them, other than
Hmm.
bringing up somebody. Um, and I don't know, there's just some people don't like to just see other people win, I guess.
No, we gotta we gotta look at the time frames. Let's say we use Gucci for example. Oh,
Yeah.
better yet, I ain't even gonna use Gucci for example. I'm gonna use Elise. Now, Elise started out tennis and golf wear, t-shirts, golf shorts, tennis shirts. tennis shorts, skirts, whatever like that. Then they went to the shoe, so they made a tennis shoe. And then now once the top tennis players is wearing them, and they win in these matches, they win in these Wimbledon, they win in the Grand Slams, they win in this and this, and people starting to see what they got on. Oh, what's on they? What's that on there? Oh, that's Elise. And they see the little half, they see the little three colors in the name. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
this is how brands get started. Now, as I said, the Europeans support each other.
Hmm.
If they look, they could be from France. If they like that tennis player and he's from America, they're going to support what that tennis player is wearing,
Oh yeah,
and
for
they gonna
sure.
go buy it themselves. So this is how stuff gets started. Now let's look at Adidas and Puma.
Hmm.
Both of these shoes were created by Nazi German brothers. They were part of Hitler's regime.
Mm.
One started Puma, the other started the other shoe. And look at it today. They both thriving.
Yep.
And guess who buying
Everybody.
it?
There are
Everybody.
people. Yeah.
Everybody supporting Hitler's old regime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But do people care?
Nah, hell
Hell
no.
no. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. That's
Man.
why, bro, listen, the rabbit hole goes deep on the thinking processes of our people in this country, or just society as a whole.
Yeah. It's yeah, and it's crazy because it's like that for like quite a few big things in the country. They overlook what they want for certain things. Like I don't know.
We have a tendency to go for what we want instead of what we need. What we
Yes.
need, you see, and it goes back in what you're saying about health, about spiritual health, about mental health. We know all we need to do. We know what we need. Is
Hmm.
that fun? Yeah, ain't no fun in doing that. Who want to sit around and eat tofu all day?
Yeah. I know, man.
but
That's the hardest
just,
one too. The food
but
part.
but see, it's the responsibility of us beings, and this is why I always separate the mentality of being human and the mentality of becoming divine. We have to become divine. We were born divine, but we have to reinstitute our mentality back into being, you know what I'm saying, divine.
Hmm.
Because that's what the Messiah taught. Yeshua came to teach us and show us how to be divine. And that was
Yep.
that. They killed him, or tried to, attempted to, killed his brother instead, and he fled, left Jerusalem. Mm, that's that.
Yeah.
It's just a sad fact that people will take an average individual's lessons. Now, this is something he was raised with. He was raised to do for others.
Yes.
He was raised to take the knowledge that he learned and spread it around. That knowledge was a threat to the status quo of the power and the political authority. What better way to kill him? What better way to get rid of it than to kill him? So they killed him. Well, tried to, like I said, they killed his brother,
Hmm.
Doubting Thomas. But that's a whole nother story. Um, what do you see as far as society and everything in relating to what you do as an artist and individual Do you see that your works upon this earth can affect society in a way that can help change that?
I feel like my music was made to kind of try to help brighten someone's day. And I know some people it has had that effect, but man, society these days is crazy, bro. Like, oh, we cars just getting broken into, stolen all the time, people's businesses getting trashed for it being a prank or something like that, like people messing with people. Like, it's different these days.
It
Um,
is.
so it's hard for people to listen. No one wants to listen either. So it's I don't know if I could say my art does anything for anyone right now, but I feel like one day it will.
Okay.
I'll, I'll find a way to reach people, reach the masses, you know. But for right now, it's I guess still figuring that out. But society, yeah, it's hard to read. People
Okay.
are crazy.
I mean, sometimes, bro, I sit back and wonder if it's set up that way, and if it's set up that way, that means somebody got too much authority and too much power. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Or there's someone or someone's who've been plotting. I'm talking about way back when for everything that's going on now today to be happening. That's even more dangerous.
I mean, it's like how people say the Simpson episodes keep lining up and everything.
Keep,
Like
yeah, that's
it's
bro.
you
Who
never
the fuck
know.
would ever exactly? Come on, when the Simpsons first started as a cartoon in the newspaper, and
Yes,
then now they all involved to the point where they prophesy.
every time. Like what?
Come on, what? Right?
It's crazy. There's someone knows something. Someone knows something.
They got to, bro. But why we can't know it?
I
Why
know.
why the average Joe can't know, man? What the you know what I'm saying? What's the big two hoo ha about? What's the $64,000 question that the average Joe or Mary Jane can't know about?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's there's some people in the world they just give up trying to find out. There's people that trying to just there's something out there to learn. We just gotta find a way to learn it.
Oh, it's always something to learn for sure. I mean, whether you looking past the atmosphere into what people call space, or if you delving deep down into the oceans of the earth
Hmm.
trying to find Atlantis, it's always something to learn new. It's just if a motherfucker want to learn it or not.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the bam. That's the $64,000 question.
Bro, especially these days, man. Oh,
Right.
especially these days.
That's what's up. So what would be cause my brother Love and I always love to hear him talk about the aspect of solutions. What would be a solution that you would come up with for, let's say, homelessness?
For homelessness, I think a big problem of homelessness is mental health. And to me, I don't think it's as easy for some people to get help in America. And like it hurts my heart. Both my parents are veterans. So when I see like a disabled veteran or a veteran on the street, it's probably because they've seen some things. They have PTSD. They have some mental health issues, so it's hard for them. So I think yeah, it's just we need to focus more on stuff like that and um not be as easy to overlook that, hey, maybe some of these people have some issues and just need help and don't know how to express that. But some of them are ridiculous though. Like, don't get me wrong. They're Some of them know what they're doing. So that's why I'm like, it's a torn kind of situation because some people do just really need some help.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think I mean one of my solutions would be a redistribution of the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
If
good
we
one.
if we if we look at where the money comes from,
Yeah,
the American citizen, we not generating the finance for America. We not
yeah,
making the dollar bills. We not printing out the coins or none of that. We're just like worker ants. We just
yeah.
supplying and demanding
Working, paying
and
taxes.
consuming.
Yeah,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the aspect of homelessness, now, mind you, you're right. A lot of them are mentally ill and can't get through it. They don't know. They're not responsible for that. And like you
yeah,
say about the veterans, I got my favorite great uncle. He was a veteran. He came back from Nam. He did 2 tours, bro. I'm
man.
talking about. This was in the '70s when he came back. He used to beat the police ass downtown Detroit, and they could, back then they could
Yeah, it
whoop him
was.
up, but they throw him in jail for a time, a couple of days, let him out the drunk tank. He back at it after he worked in the Chinese spot on Cass Corridor. Every weekend he get drunk. They try to pull him over, get out the car, whoop their ass. They was mad about it. You know what I'm saying? But this was what was going on, and it was going on so much because so many veterans and brothers and sisters were coming back from Vietnam, fucked up in the head, uh, drugged out on morphine. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and stuff like that. So they end up drugged out on heroin when they come back stateside. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
they didn't see so much death and mayhem. Now, since they got time to break all this shit down, it's fucking with them. Like you said about the PTS.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, it's a lot of them that's out there that's just lazy as fuck.
I've seen a few of those. Like, oh, dude. And
You
they'll
know,
have
they
like a
they
new bike every day or something. Like, you're stealing those
they
bikes.
yeah, they out there hustling. And they look, bro. We see them down here in the city, well, in Michigan and Detroit. They be by the freeway intersections with the sign, "Help me, I'm homeless." They pull up and you stop at the stoplight. They pulling up, man. You got $5. You got this, and we know it's been a hustle since the dawn of time. Hustling,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Acting like you broke, trying to get more money, et cetera, et cetera. There was a couple of instances because the first time my grandfather showed me about it, because he always told me to use my intuition on knowing if an individual was actually genuine about their despair per se. You know what I'm saying? If they really, really need this money that they asking for, etc.
Hmm.
So one day, bro, I was like 12. We pull up on Living Noise and General Joy Road. It's always this old head, you know, raggedy looking, beard toe up, teeth fucked up.
Yeah.
Bruh, we watched that man 2 days straight. Every day he'd go behind the stove. Guess what this motherfucker was jumping in behind the stove, bruh?
Like a
A
Cadillac or
black,
something.
a black tinted out Mercedes Benz.
Ooh. Hell no.
Every day, bro. And if you think about it, he had a shift. Every morning he on that corner, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the morning, bro.
That's ridiculous.
3, 3 p.m. He shuffling on back behind us, so jumping in that Benz and he gone. Pockets full of money, hustling. Not
See,
everybody do that. I'm just saying this is how
yeah.
I learned. You know what I'm saying? Okay, who hustling and who ain't? Because
Hmm.
people out here that do that. So when we talk about the homeless, it's people out here that's homeless because they hustling and they feel it's cheaper to be on the streets
To
or
be
living in
on
the car. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, than it is to pay rent and pay bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
and yeah, you definitely can tell the difference when you're looking and talking to them. Like, uh,
Yeah,
I don't
bro,
know, it's
we rolled past one brother, and this brother about younger than you, bro. He out on a fresh pair of forces, bro. What you want to? What you got a fresh pair of forces on? A sign in your hand, so much you need a job. You need some money.
mm-mm.
It's not
I
worth
was
that. Not anything in your pocket from my window, anyway. You know, but
yeah,
once like I said, you got to listen to your spirit, and once you learn how to use your discernment, then you will know who's authentic and real about it, and who to give your money to, and not to.
I agree. Yeah, you gotta, yeah, you gotta be you gotta learn, especially these days, how to read people. And then yeah, there are good people out there though, but like you said, usually you can tell, you can look in, and the eyes are like a window to the soul too. So
Hey man, that's
if you
fact.
really look at someone's eyes, sometimes you can see the pain in someone's eyes, you can see joy in people's eyes, you can see everything. So
Right. So coming up in the military family, man, how come you didn't go to the military?
both my parents are they're disabled veterans. My
Hmm.
dad has PTSD from he
Okay.
went overseas multiple times as well. Um, but he's very calm. They're both retired now, and my
Hmm.
mom slipped a disc in her back. And one thing I've also noticed, like military wise, is they don't really take care of you as much as they should, I
Claim they
guess,
do.
and
Okay.
claim they do. Because like
Right.
my mom got surgery and they messed up her surgery because they do like the worst. They'll do the job, but they're gonna give you just like, say this is exceptional service and this is just getting the
They give
job
you
done.
minimum service.
Yeah, they're just
Right.
gonna get the job done, and then and
Right.
like my teeth for instance, I always had teeth issues growing up,
Hmm.
and they would do like bad jobs and stuff. So it's just, and my mom never told me not to go, but and then just seeing what it does to the spouse, like I'd see my mom crying, waiting for him to get back.
Right.
It's hard. It's
Not
hard on the
knowing.
families.
Yeah. I can imagine, bro. I can imagine. Because I didn't talk with quite a few brothers that's that's vets themselves or grew up in the military life and traveling and always back and
Mm.
forth and stuff like that. And it is it's hell. It's hell on the family. Is emotional hell on the spouses because it's just like hell shit. You don't know if you're coming back or not.
Yeah, you never know.
You know. Yeah, exactly. And it's on both ends. So yeah, I get you on that. I was just
And
wondering because usually it be well I'm gonna follow in the footsteps, mom or pop or granddad. You know what I'm saying, and do the same thing, and you know. But I don't know. I
I,
always said if I had graduated high school, I would have went to the Marines. It was always something about the Marines when I was coming up and shit. That I always, what I'm saying, attracted to me. So when I was ROTC,
mhm.
Army ROTC in high school, uh, my drill sergeant, bro, Sergeant Gill. old head, man. Strict. I'm talking about strict. What, man? I mean, boy, if you didn't salute properly, you was kicked out the class.
Oh,
So yeah, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing, bruh. But his dedication to what he believed was a truth to him as far as the military, the American government, what the military stood for, and all that stuff. That's what sparked it. Damn, maybe I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't go that way. So, but what I'm saying is the aspect of, you know what I'm saying, being in that background, usually, the child will follow suit. But
well, I guess
it
it's
ain't, the
also
military ain't for everybody.
yeah, it's not. And like my brother,
Yeah.
he tried to join the military, and he has
Hmm.
asthma, and he had an asthma
Okay.
attack. Um,
Oh wow.
so they let him just kind of when he was like starting out. So they just let him kind of get
Hmm.
out. Maybe it was a sign,
Yeah.
because he hasn't had one in years since he was a little kid, and
Oh,
then when he got in
dig
it's
that.
like, and my brother, he's a professional. He hasn't done it in a while professionally, but he's a like a bodybuilder, so he's like really
Hmm.
fit, and he's always been really fit.
Right.
But I've always been. My mom knows too. She's like, I'm a lover. Like she's like, Tony, you're a lover. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right. Right.
and I and like also with military background, as a kid, you move a lot, so you don't make a lot of best friends because I'm moving schools like every 2 3 years. So I was very
Right.
introverted, and I still am. Like I just chill in my studio and I'll work, just me, and my wife will come in and hang out with me sometimes, but I'm
Hmm.
cool with just being by myself. So that's
Look,
kind of
hey,
plays in a bad way against my music side because I'm not someone who has to be out in the city at every event. I don't really care. I don't ever have fear of
oh,
missing
yeah,
out.
yeah, you ain't, yeah, I feel what you said about
I just
doing
like the
shows and stuff.
music. Yeah, I just like doing music. I like
Yeah,
performing, but I don't care about chopping it up with everybody and all that.
right.
I like,
Yeah.
I love the art side of it, the music side. Not I'm kind of
Understand.
socially awkward. Yeah, I'm an awkward dude, but I'll
Don't,
be chilling.
look, bruh, ain't nothing wrong with that. As a fellow introvert, I understand everything you said, bruh. Listen, I get it, bro. I totally get it. It ain't nothing wrong with that. The thing about it is, people in society will make you feel something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You
Yeah,
understand your energy, and you want your energy to be protected. There's shit wrong with that.
that's a
I get
perfect way to
that.
put it. Yeah, perfect way to
Yeah,
put it.
you want your energy protected, and everybody should want their energy protected. Shit, that's probably why you go somewhere, and then when you walk out the door, somebody else walking behind, mad than a motherfucker, and you sitting there looking like, why the fuck is they mad? Your energy protected, but theirs wasn't.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they done walked up in there and somebody else's energy that was negative and rubbed off on their ass, and that they didn't got pissed off at somebody, and then you see the same reaction, and bro, I swear it down. And I know you watch little TikTok reels or something, because sometimes I be on IG watching the reels. And if you look at certain situations, like the fight situations and stuff like that, it always starts with somebody in a negative ass mentality or a negative attitude and that energy, and then they spread that shit. No, man, get the phone. I don't know. Keep that shit to your motherfucking self.
For real. Not yeah, not in the studio. I don't need it anywhere.
Right, yeah, I don't, right, exactly. Don't need none of that negative energy nowhere around. For sure, for sure. Okay. We finna run into a break. Y'all know what it is. It's just a conversation with the young king, the Texas tornado. We'll be right back, y'all. Peace.
to know you, oh you, to know you, and it's so special to know you, to wrap my arms around you.
They like gossip where you been. It's been a while since you been away. With shit to me, it only feels like a couple of days. I've been traveling, searching on them higher planes, connecting with my true self to strengthen up my brain. Really chilling, good energy, just burning sage. Deeper reflection, I'm reflecting on my mind frame to bring forth a different knowledge to the masses. A deeper revolution, keen to stop the clashes. Cause the killing of a people queen is tragic. Our little girls come up missing like it's magic. And politicians always acting like they gave a damn. While dirty cops on the take is just another scam. FOP is full of snakes, it's time to line them up. It's still FOE, baby, till the death of us. And I ain't talking about a violent struggle. I'm talking eye for eye, my people on a higher level.
It's so special to know you,
True indeed.
know
yourself, know your God.
And it's so special to know you,
True to that.
to wrap my arms around you.
Another motorcade, we ride to a funeral. And it's thunderstorming, God, that's really beautiful. Looking up into the sky, see some rainbows. See ya past the stormy clouds, I watch the stars glow. Overstand my people, death is not an enemy. It's just a cord that cuts the line to divinity. And when you open up your heart to do the will of God, forever closing up your soul to the land of Nod. Reaching for your higher self at the earthly pinnacle. Keeping love inside your peace to bring the miracles. Cause everybody needs love on the earth now. Let's give the children all the hugs in the world now. And give the elders all respect they deserve there. Treat our queens with the love they have earned here. I know they self-love, the homie, that's a real game. Stay on God, time my people, that's some real flame.
It's so special to know you, know you, to know you. And it's so special to know.
Conversate with the creator, trying to read the data. I miss my brother and I pray I get to see him later. Cancer killed him and I'm swimming in this grief, it's major. We staying underground, life is not a sweet potato. Easy player, I've been ghosting my position high. Switching my perspective, I've been focused, I'm a different guy. Giving time to my spirit, this epiphany. The soul is forever, but the body gotta live and die. I can't sit and cry about it, so I write it down. I'm fortunate to not be in that prison with my homie Al. I'm only living cause I ain't get inside that truck the night that Scotty died and he decided not to pick me up. You get me stuck on God's plan and I ain't gotta know it. The blessings come in every session, can't deny the poet. You know it's special when I'm riding with the Pharaoh. We spit it from the heart, keep your eye on the sparrow, let's fly.
So special to know you,
Love you, bro.
to know you. And it's so special to know you, to wrap my arms around you.
Hey, Saucy. Let's get this straight now. I never fucked anybody over in my life. Didn't have it come to. You got that? All I have in this world is my balls and my word. And I don't break them for no one. You understand?
This that hood shit, hard life. This that shit that motherfuckers couldn't get with. This that food stamp, EBT, welfare. This your little sister tricking up on state fair. This your mama putting blow up in the nose shit. This your daddy fucking boys on a prison bit. This your homie snitching out to the feds, nigga. That's your homie fucking on your bitch in bed, nigga. This that prosecutor trying to give you 20 years for some shit another nigga did but disappeared. Now how the fuck you gonna handle all this fucking rain? You got two options on this motherfucking train. Blow your brains out or go and kill a cop. Let the dogs out and let the pistols pop. Cause we ain't playing in this motherfucking twisted game. They call it hip hop, but you niggas only want the fame. They call it hip hop, but you niggas only want the fame.
Fucking worm like you? I told you, man. I told you. Don't fuck with me.
This that school shooting happening again, nigga. This that motherfucker acting like your friend, nigga. This that fiend who got mad and flipped into a snitch. This that body of a sister laying in a ditch. This that little child hungry on the streets, nigga. Captain Priest with these boys in the sheets, nigga. This that reverend getting freaky with your wife. Preaching King David's life cause it's full of strife. They don't care, all they want is fucking money, man. See all the evil around the world, it ain't funny, man. Got these devils running around Illuminati, man. I am the grand architect, I keep it gunning, man. Fuck what they say, I got the knowledge for your mind. Morpheus of this underground, I come to break the bind. Pyramids I'm building with my thoughts, they be divine. I'm rocking with the smoke and that's a Jesus of a sign. This boss life 313, I'm treated like a crime. I'm ghosting through my city while you niggas sniffing lines. I'm ghosting through your city watching bitches stand in line. I'm ghosting at these widow sons, but that's another time. The world is just a ghetto when the devils keep on dying. The world is just a ghetto when these devils let them die.
What up, though? What up, though? Mad salute. Welcome back to Just a Conversation. We back in the building with the young king, Beat Rocky 10 out of San
Yes,
Antonio,
sir.
Texas. Y'all know what it is. It's your hour, king. What you want to chop it up about?
So, I guess to me, it's how do you feel music has changed, like over the years, the good and bad about it, and yeah, just like that, just how it has changed.
Okay. Well, let's take your perspective, since you coming from a different generation than I'm coming from.
Okay, so for me, I guess like I enjoyed making music a little bit more a few years ago. I think it's just like everything sounds the same these days. It's all the same message, which is no message. And anything that does have a message is called corny or something like that. Like that, I feel like the era I started making music in is the wrong era. Like I would do better if I came out in like 2000 or that era, you know.
Oh,
Maybe even the 90s, honestly. No, I feel like I'd do better with how I rap like in the 90s. But
okay.
I honestly feel like no music beats that era, you know, 90s to early 2000-ish.
Okay.
Of course the classics like R&B style, you can't be like classics, but yeah, I think it's just gone downhill. And artists like Juice World, just using as a example, you know, awesome, amazing artist, but just the message that's spread, you know, let me take pills to get over pain. And a lot of artists started making music about that. And then you see a lot of kids having drug issues these days. And like, it really does influence people, some of the stuff that is talked about. And I just like, I lose appreciation for some of it because a lot of it is just about that.
Okay.
Even, yeah,
And let me
I
ask,
guess that's
let me ask you a quick question, real quick. Do you feel that there's a difference between hip hop and rap?
yeah, yes. Hip hop
Okay.
is it's the fundamentals, you know, it's the I guess hip hop is more to me like a message. As in rap is just like I'm going out and saying something I'm saying it cooler than what I am saying. It's like rap is how you say it and hip hop is what you're saying, I guess is what.
Mm. Ah. Okay. I
Because
like
they
that.
use auto tune and rap these days. Like, how you gonna auto tune a rap? Like, I take no auto tune on my shit. If I'm rapping, you're gonna hear my real voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I understand, but you know, auto tune come from Roger Troutman and Zap.
Yeah.
So auto tune actually come from R&B.
Yes.
To make the R&B songs more. And Roger Troutman, man, salute to him, rest in heaven. When he came out with that, you know what I'm saying, aspect of changing R&B,
Yeah.
he hit it. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the '70s, because they was out late '70s, early '80s. Roger Troutman and Zap. You go back,
Yeah.
do the old vinyl, and check it out. Then you will get why T Pain and anybody else that use auto tune, you have to take the appreciation of the R&B music.
Yes.
Once you take the appreciation of the R&B with Zapp and Roger Troutman, then okay, let me see, let me bring it up, put it in R&B, put it in hip hop, and see how it worked. It worked. It
Yeah.
just they over flooded us. You
Yes.
see what I'm saying? In the R&B days back then, it was just Roger Troutman and Zapp using auto tune. It wasn't Isley Brothers using auto tune. It wasn't
No.
OJ's using auto tune. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? What happened with the auto tune era and T Pain is that he used it too much.
Yeah. Everyone started.
Everybody had an auto tune T Pain. Cool. If it made the money, then that's what you was after. You etched your thing in history, T Pain. Mass salute to you. But
Yeah.
brother,
Oh hell yeah.
but brother, you know what I'm saying? You got to tell T Pain, but brother, y'all overloaded us with the auto
Yeah.
tune
They
in hip
really
hop.
did.
Not music, but hip hop. Because actually,
Yeah.
T Pain can actually sing, and he's a great singer. He got great vocals. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? But and that's what I say. Yes, it is a difference between hip hop and rap. My era and generation, I come from the hip hop era. Run
Mm-hmm.
DMC, Houdini, Fat Boys, Public Enemy, Ice T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rest Development. They came in the '90s. You know,
Wu Tang.
yeah, Wu Tang came in the '90s. X Clan. So I come through where it was a balance of hip hop. You had your
Mm-hmm.
two live crews, shake that booty, shake that pussy, baby. All that.
Yeah.
You know what
Hell
I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's not that the industry didn't have a balance. We had a beautiful balance in hip hop.
Oh yeah, for sure.
1990, 91, 92.
Oh hell
It,
yeah.
sure, that's when the break stopped. That's when conscious hip hop artists stopped being hired by labels.
That's very true.
Uh, Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers always talked about it.
Yeah.
Crazy Bone, when they, when he went on that interview. Yeah, yes, it was definitely systematically planned. Exactly. They deliberately changed the dynamic of hip hop from a balance to one straight line, gangster rap, drug dealing music,
Yeah.
kill a nigga, hate a nigga, bitches ain't shit. All this came in. All this, yeah, all the death, all the kill, all that type of shit start flooding the airwaves and the radio stations and the DJ booths all at one
Mm-hmm.
time
Yeah.
because they wanted the jail to be filled.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
It was,
that's true.
and that's when they start paying all these artists to say the wrong shit.
And start
What the?
getting, yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Dope man, dope man. Yeah, that's me. Dope man, dope man. Can I get a key? You know, and man, look, don't get me wrong. That was in '86. That song came out in '86. Yeah, crack was banging in the '80s. Motherfuckers was selling dope, selling blow, selling pills, teas and blues, Percocets, Percodiles, all the everything that they doing now was going on back then. That's why I
Yeah.
don't. A lot of cats be like, man, I'm just starting it. No, bro, you ain't just starting shit.
Oh,
Ain't
that,
nothing new under the sun. Yeah, for anybody to sit and say they just started something, no, ain't shit new under the sun. Especially when it comes to hustling, illegal anything.
for real.
It's been done,
For real.
tried, tested, and all that shit. So, right back to the music and the hip hop. Yeah, they needed to stop the message.
Yeah.
They needed
Cause,
to put youth in a mentality of drug dealing, drug taking, and crime committing. I ain't finna lie, I was part of it. You see what I'm saying? I was
yeah.
part of it. I'm sitting up listening to NWA, sitting up listening to all that gangster music. You know,
Yeah.
out on the block, 40 ounce and the nine and the handful of crack, all that.
Yeah.
But I was also listening to Public Enemy. Yeah, I was also listening to Public Enemy in the trap, slanging crack. I knew something, but I didn't know shit. You get me?
Yeah.
So, music influences, we understand that. What we don't understand is why. What some people do understand is why. They're not telling us that part.
Yeah.
They
Cause
will
some of this
have the
stuff.
producers, they will have producers in the industry key their beats to certain frequencies.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
400 hertz, 500 hertz. The lower the hertz, the lower the frequency base. The lower the base of the frequency, the lower you go into your base mentality actions. So now we commit animalistic actions. Oh, I'm
Hmm.
savage. You know, we got being a savage is something good. What the fuck? From my understanding, being a savage is something that's wretched, diabolical, something that's totally against God.
Yeah.
But let you tell it in hip hop right now today, oh, savage is the shit. Nigga, you a savage, that means ain't nobody fucking with you. No, that's a motherfucking lie, cause there's always gonna be somebody more
Go
savager than you, my guy.
always.
You know,
Always.
and this what the label execs is not telling the youth. They getting these youth when they coming up out the bottom. They scraping off their knuckles. They in dire poverty. They have a talent, and the executives utilize that, and they capitalize off of it.
Yeah,
So they
for
go through
sure.
these ritualistic ass humiliation rituals and shit once they sign these contracts. And then they don't even let the kid read the contract all the way. Here, just
That's
sign, man. You don't need to read that. Just
yeah. Like,
sign.
don't just
Just
sign right here. Yeah,
sign
you
what?
go.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just sign what? You ain't even got your own lawyer because they don't tell you to bring a lawyer to the contract signing.
And that's important for real. It really is. Yeah.
Everything business wise, they're not telling the youth. They giving them bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? It's to string them along. Come on, here, take this chain. God damn, my ancestors just got out of chains.
Yeah. That's for real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Keep your diamonds, man. I keep the steel. I take the sterling silver. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with the sterling silver. It's an element of the earth.
That's true. And it's like even T-Pain even mentions that like some of the chains people have is fake. It's just all for the image. And just like you say, you know, these execs they need to have a certain image. You got to flaunt this so everyone else will want this and that.
Bro,
Then they get
bro,
deals, then they get free clothes. So then the rich people get free stuff while the poor people can't afford to get anything, but they're poor, so leave us
exactly.
alone. Don't touch our
Yeah,
stuff. We're giving this rich person for free. Like it's crazy, man.
but all for what? See, and this is, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, bro. I understand every career is meant to generate finance and or wealth. That's fine
Yes.
and dandy. Nothing wrong with that. It becomes an issue when greed mongers choose to take advantage of the regular average Joe that got the talent.
Exactly.
So you got the people that's in power and authority using debauchery, demonic, devilish actions to get their point across of their authority. Authority of what? Okay, because you can play. You got paper money. It's a piece of wood. Soon as the Federal Reserve shut down, that the 150s and all that you sliding in, it's gonna be worthless. Or soon as the government shut down and decides to say, "Hey, we're being attacked
Yeah.
by unknown forces. We have to stage martial law. You're going on a curfew. All financial systems are shut down." What you gonna do then?
Then everyone's the same.
Come on, man. We on the brink of a third world war,
It's crazy. I
and
didn't
you
even
got people
realize that.
still, people. What? There, Iran and Israel still bombing each other as
Yeah,
we speak.
I've been seeing that lately. I was like, I guess I was out of touch with it. I didn't know it was like that, but yeah, it's for real. Like,
Bro, it's been for real. The thing about this is they keep us distracted with all this Diddy shit and all this other stuff. Not
oh,
saying that motherfucker not wrong. Not saying that. A lot of the motherfuckers is wrong. Even the
yeah,
judges and the lawyers in this shit is wrong because of how they do it. Okay,
yeah,
y'all got mad at him, so now you want to punish him. What about he been doing this stuff?
for years. Yeah,
Thank
hell yeah,
you for years. Now you get mad at him because he decides he wants to go black and political.
hell
He
no.
decides he wants his liquor brand to be such and such. Oh, that's a slight to so and so. See what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
politics, it's greed, it's debauchery, and it's evilness. But they have it all wrapped up in music, entertainment, and movies.
yeah. Like, right now, also, did you see the interview with that Mexican OT that's recently going around? And I
The
guess
who
he
now?
was there's a Houston rapper that Mexican OT.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he's so Houston, everyone says like just drops N bombs like crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I guess he was on an interview, and the host is a black female, and she asked him like,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like you should be saying that word so much or something like that? And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I say it because what the fuck are y'all gonna do about it? And like, oh, so that's a big thing that's going on right now too. I keep seeing like all over that is another kind of distraction, but it also is going to start a segregation of sorts, because you got both
Um,
sides just going at it. Like, there's Mexican people like, yeah, we say it, I'm brown, I can say it, and then black people are like, you're not black, dude. Like, it's like, oh shit.
it's, it's, it's ignorance.
Yeah,
it's ignorance. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it is.
I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
I agree. Yeah, it's ignorant for us to use it, and it's ignorant for anybody else. The thing about us is that we have taken it as a badge of honor now. You
Yeah.
know, the NILGA has, especially through hip hop, man, come on now. It's just, uh, I know some kids probably grow up thinking their name is nigga because they
For
hear
real.
it so much,
That's
you know,
like for
instead of their birth name, you know. It means lazy, shiftless individual. There's no racial connotation on it. So it comes from the word Negro or Negus, Negus, which is Greek, which
yeah.
means king. So go figure. It was taken and demonized because
That's
they
right.
knew the truth of it. Just like the swastika that Hitler used. The swastika is a Sanskrit sun symbol because once you spin it, it becomes a disc with a dot in the center, which is also an Egyptian sun symbol.
Hmm.
Now you have the ignorant so called white supremacists using the swastika as a symbol of hate.
Yep.
They got the word woke being a word that means something bad. Hell, like Cat Williams said, from my understanding, woke means you got your ass up out the bed and you ain't sleep no more.
Yep. That's how I see it.
But now the word woke means you're on the wrong political path, per
I heard
se.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I,
they don't want
I heard
you woke.
someone say that.
That's
It's like,
right. They don't want you aware, is what they don't want you. That's why they don't want people woke. They don't want people aware.
at all. Because if people are aware, then they can actually come together more to kind of fix these issues instead of, I guess, prolonging them for the next generation and the next generation.
I mean, just look at it, B. If you in a position of authority and power, why would you allow your constituents to uprise and take over?
Yeah, they
I mean,
definitely.
we got to look at the politics of music, social, economic, and everything else in life that we see or what we're allowed to see through the videos, through TV, through the news, through newspapers,
Yeah.
magazines, or whatever. If you think about it, it's just like in the Matrix with the downloads. You know, you getting inputted. Everything is inputted into your brain because we know the brain is a computer in itself. So you're getting all this input. You got to decipher what is right and what is wrong. You truthfully know what is right because your soul knows all truth. But
Hmm.
we not connected with our soul the way we supposed to be
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I agree.
we got our ego in the way. Our ego, like, man, fuck that shit, man. You don't need to see that shit, man. Look at that bitch over there. She fine as a motherfucker, ain't she? That's our ego talking to us. When your higher self, like, come on, man, you know, you ain't even supposed to be thinking like that, talking like that, man. Look, focus on, you know what I'm saying, trying to get you
Yeah.
together on
Focus
the
on
right
what's
path.
important.
Exactly. And
And I guess, yeah.
that's what society is.
That's why I
That's why the
also
music industry is the way it is.
yeah. And that's why when I write my songs, I try not to even put the N word in there at all, you know? And like you said, you know, try to use that 2 seconds of the song to say something important. I could use, instead of using that two syllable word, I could use something else, you know, two
Hmm.
syllables that could actually mean something more. Um But yeah, music, all that influence, all that, man, society, all that.
Yeah, and music,
Everyone's so damn angry these days. It sounds like in their music too.
they not the industry. The industry not angry, bruh. The underground, we the motherfuckers is
Yeah,
angry.
that's true. That's why I am. That's true.
You see, we the one deserve the anger, but
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, bro. It's industry artists that I got mad love for. Like I said, Public Enemy, Mr. Chuck D, salute. Rest of Development, King Speech, Configure, salute.
oh
Diggable
yeah.
Planet, salute. Black Sheep.
Oh
You
hell
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? IT, Body Count, Rhyme Syndicate, salute. All of them. They are the pioneers. Shout out to the DOC. Come on, man. Who can forget? No one can do it better. Man,
For sure.
when is it funky enough? Come on now. These are legends of hip hop.
Yes.
Along with, like you said, along with Wu-Tang, Meth, and all them. Heavenly salute to Meth, ODB. So
Hmm.
when you talk about hip hop, on my standpoint, I'm coming from the 80s all the way down up until where we at now.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I'm knee deep in it. I'm seeing it. So it hurt. I love
Oh
this
yeah.
shit. I'm not trying to get rich off this shit, man. I love hip hop.
That's
I'm
real,
not
man.
finna do the twisting and the turning and the hoop jumping to get the millions and so-called stacks of paper and all that stuff for all that. I don't need all that. I just love doing music and teaching.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm reaching somebody, like you said, you know, uplifting, making somebody feel good, uh, giving somebody a smile or a laugh. You know what I'm saying? Within the hip hop, because hip hop is fun. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be fun. Whether you break dancing, whether you graffiti arting, whether you DJing, or whether you MCing,
Yep.
it's supposed to be fun because it's creative. The Most High didn't see, and this is the thing about creativity. Creativity is nothing negative
At all.
at all. So when we sitting here and we writing and we talking about nigga this, I hate niggas, I hate bitches, I hate this, I hate that. What the fuck, nigga? You hate yourself. Say that shit.
Because
You know
there
what
are
I'm saying?
songs that are just
Just
like
because,
that.
yes, you hate yourself because there's nothing negative about creativity.
Yeah.
So why make it negative? It's something that's done purposely. You don't have to purposely do positive. That shit gonna be right there.
Yep.
Because just like you say, when you sit down, whether you listen to the beat first or where you write it and then put it to the beat, regardless of the fact, your heart gonna tell you what to say.
Yes.
Now you write what your heart say, you gonna have some prolific ass shit. But you sit there and fight with your heart, say, all right, I'm gonna shh. Nah, man, they don't want me to write that. It's
Yeah.
gonna take you 10 hours to write two verses. That's why these dudes be taking 15 hours in the studio for one song. Because you always going in changing shit. You can't change your heart.
Yeah, you just put it out there and
Just put it out there.
put that shit on
But
wax and sit.
that's what the labels are doing to the artists. They're
Yeah.
controlling their creativity. And that's why the music is fucked. The
I
R&B,
completely agree. Even
we don't have
that, yeah.
R&B like man, what? We don't have R&B like we used to.
At all, man. I can't even consider it R&B. I
Every
can't.
R&B song right now is about cheating. Either
Yeah,
somebody got cheated on, somebody cheating, or thinking about cheating. I'm like, God damn, where's the love making music at? It
yeah,
ain't
they got.
even that no more. There's no imagination to R&B no more. It's either come on, girl, let's fuck. We in the bed all night, let's fuck. I'm like,
Yep.
damn, where's the imagination? No, no, we definitely get like this. We definitely get like Jenna his salute. Facts. Like
Yeah,
Jenna keep R&B together.
always.
But
Yeah.
Life Jennings is not new R&B though. Life Jennings is
Nah.
our old school R&B.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what the first neo soul song came out in the '90s.
Yes, sir.
Bilal,
Yeah.
Erica Badu, yup,
Erica
Vivian
Badu.
Green, yeah, yup, exact, yep. There you go, yup.
Yeah. They don't make music
Nowadays,
like a.
they
It's
don't.
not like.
Come on now, no.
Yeah, like
So
Maxwell. They don't do this the
they
falsettos
don't
like
do the
Maxwell and
Maxwells
shit
no more.
like that.
Exactly, exactly. They don't do the Maxwells no more, bro. And I don't get it. They don't even got R&B groups no more, man.
Nah.
Like, what the fuck? We'd never have another Jodeci.
Nope.
We'd never have another Men at Large,
No, hell no.
another intro. You know what I'm saying? These groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could definitely see that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. But yeah, the hip hop though, I'm gonna give y'all one though. One brother. Well, there's quite a few of them, but there's one brother though. That's Mad Salute the Kid J out of Detroit. Mad Salute the King Pops, his dad, and Mad Salute the Trick Trick. That's his manager. But Kid J, to me, that's the future of hip hop. That young brother, since I've been following him and supporting him, good, nice, good year and a half now. Everything he dropped, always on point, always positive, always doing something for the community, and always got love for the kids. So, I, that type of hip hop and that type of the determination and drive, I'm gonna always support
Yeah.
because that's what hip hop needs. So, salute, Kid J.
Salute for sure. Yeah, that's what it needs, man. We need a lot of it.
Industry, yes. Like I said, the underground, we got all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. We've been here in the underground, the
Yeah,
industry for sure. Yeah, and that's one thing.
yeah.
Like when I because I did meet with I met a couple of ARs from Atlantic Records. I think it was the year before last year. That's when I came out with Summer Party, and
Mm-hmm.
that song was a pretty good song. I got the beat from them, and then I went to a recording studio they set up, and they just kind of let me go in there. I wrote 3 verses. They had another artist in there, and they're like, "We want to put him on the song too." So I just used 2 of my verses. But like, if you heard my music, like my latest song, Wemby, like I rap. I'm more of a rapper than a singer. I love R&B. I don't
Right.
like my voice as much as some people tell me they like my voice. So I guess I'm just more self-conscious about my singing voice. But
Okay.
the label straight up was just like, you got the image, you need to start, because everyone knows, if you're making a video, if it's something violent or negative, or something that will just bring up like people talking, it doesn't have to be good press as long as it's some press, you know, that type of deal. Like sex always sells, violence will always sell, stuff like that. So they're trying to push me to be more like try to be more like a
Gangster.
sex symbol or something like that,
Oh.
you know, because use my image, you know. And I've never been like that. Like the real me, I'm an awkward dude. I just chill. And so they're telling me, they're like, yeah, you need to be more out there, wear different clothes. I'm like, I don't know. If I want to be me as an artist, I want to be me. You know, I don't want to really
Right.
change my
Yeah.
music because I have to make something sound more sexy or something. You know, like
hmm There's always a narrative that's being pushed, and it's fucked up because it's catch 22. Because you have artists that have talent. I mean, literal talent, cold blooded with it. They don't get a chance because you have somebody that comes along with talent, but not as good, but willing to do the dumb shit to
yeah,
get the paper roll.
and there
You
always
see
will
what
be
I'm saying?
someone
And
willing
it's
to do
gonna
the dumb shit.
always right, and that's the sad part. It's gonna always be an individual that's gonna be like, yeah, all right, man, I do that for that.
Yeah,
When you don't have to, you
you just gotta.
really don't have to. We all have a choice in life to say, I mean, it sounds good. All that glitter ain't always gold
Yeah,
because I say that last part because they can't. They're held according to their contract to do what their contract says to do.
yeah.
It's a job. A lot of them don't get out of their contract.
If they get like
They get
shelved or
out of their
something.
contract when that money got paid. Just like Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez bought his contract out flat out because he paid all the money back. That's why Rockefeller was mad. A lot of artists don't get to buy their contracts out.
Yeah,
So they still be on the label. Album after album after album after album after album. That's
that's
what
true.
happened with Guru, Rest in Heaven, and Primo with their label. And they I agree with that. Because they don't care. They only care about themselves.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. It's
And that's gonna always be uh, a killer as far as compassion for humanity and helping others. And I'm not saying that and this probably is artists that have done that, bro.
yeah,
I haven't. I don't know them.
I'm saying that
I'm looking for a label that's
I'm saying
righteous.
that I'm saying that in the sense of, so for everybody who's listening, yes, I was behind Tina asking questions. Y'all know how I am. But my thing is, I'm only saying this because there's a lot of people out there who could change our dynamic and the things you
I
guys
agree.
are talking about. But they
Yeah.
choose not to because once they got in that group, or that gang or whatever you want to call what it is at the top of the pedestal, black people don't want to see other black people there with them.
Because it's competition.
Right.
They see other
That's
people as competition, and
and
they
that's why
shouldn't.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that. That's so why would I
Oh,
go
okay.
help my
I see
Yeah,
what you're
community?
it's
saying.
Why would if I don't want the competition, why would I throw millions into it? Because you hear about these artists
Right.
that are buying
yeah.
homes for I'm buying homes for affordable housing. But let's be real, they're not. What they're doing is they're
Right.
putting up their money to go to the government and say, now that I got this affordable housing in place, you go ahead and pay me my money.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not
I
doing it
feel
for
that.
the humanity. They're doing it because they've been told, hey, invest your money here. There's plenty of broke niggas that need houses. You'll get your money back from the niggas
You get
and
your
the government.
exactly. Come on
Yeah.
now. Yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
That's
And that's
why
the
Yeah.
I'm
same
saying
mentality. That's the same mentality on why hip hop got changed.
right.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
they talk what they did was say, and the reason why I asked y'all that backstage was because in 2000, Big Bone talks about it all the time, but nobody wants to listen. In 2000, there was a meeting that said, "Hey, we're building jails,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
privately jails are not owned by the state anymore. They're
It's
privately
private.
funded. They are
Yeah.
publicly funded on the stock exchange right now.
And Bob
They're
Barker made a lot of it with his dead ass.
right, and they literally are have to keep 85. Their contract says they have to keep 85% of the jails full.
Wow.
80.
85%?
Yeah, 80. Do you know when you go to jail? So I'm gonna talk about Texas because I know Texas. I know Nevada
Uh-huh.
now too. But Texas, if you go to jail, you're $100 every 12 hours. That's how much your value is.
Michigan, you
Dang.
worth $40,000 a year. It's
Yes,
probably 45 now. So
it's
yeah, I'm
at minimum. It's $100 every 12 hours
yeah. Oh,
for you to occupy that bed.
And Michigan also in the
Dang.
penitentiary system now is charging inmates to be
What?
locked up.
Yes,
Yeah. If you got any kind of money coming in, your family sending you money to keep you on your books and all that, the state will come and start charging you rent.
Texas do that too.
I
Texas
didn't know
charges you
that.
for them to send you money. Texas takes a percentage of that money. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They serious. They get money off you being locked up and they get money off you being locked up.
Dang.
because it's privately owned. It's a business.
It's
It's
privately
a
owned.
business.
Yeah.
We're the only
Yeah.
country who treats prisoners this bad. You go to any other
Yeah.
country, get locked up, you're gonna live like a king, and their whole thing is about rehabilitation. When you get out, you're gonna come out with a skill. You're gonna come out with something you learn. You're gonna come out with
Yeah.
money in your pocket, so you don't have to go back down to jail.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
go look at other prison systems, them niggas are living in one bedroom apartments, able to
They
walk
got their
around
own
freely, just
TV.
as long as they don't leave the premises.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only country that treats us like savages. Why? Because
And
it's
then
a
gets
business.
people,
Stop
yeah, they
playing.
get stuck
The
in that
music,
cycle.
the music
According
is
to
what
the
made it a big business because now we learned it wasn't about us in the 80s they were trying to capture. They wanted our kids and our kids' kids
yeah.
and our kids'
Yep.
kids. So in
Hmm.
2000, they
Exactly.
made a plan and they're successfully executing that plan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's for sure.
I got
When you
that
hear,
I got that meeting that interview clip with Crazy Bone in my
Hey,
song the
he's right
remix
here.
of
He wants you.
what's the De La Soul
I'm,
song? Stakes is High. My remix of Stakes is High. I got that clip in there. Oh no, do your thing, bro. Yep. You got 6 minutes, King. You got any shout outs,
um,
updates, tell people where they can find you.
All right. Yeah, y'all can find me at B Rockington. That's B Rocking ROCKING 10 on TikTok, on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel for music, Facebook, Instagram, all those. And then I'm on all platforms of my music. Same thing, B_Rocking 10. I have some R&B music out there. I have some hip hop. I have some rap because there is two different kinds of rap. And so
Hey
yeah, I have a
man,
little bit of that. Um, there's a movie out, Lives of Wolves, on Prime and Fossum. And there's another one, honestly I can't remember, but it's on those two for sure. And then I have a couple other songs coming out that I will be dropping. TLC with Obi-Wan, which will be R&B, and then he has a rap verse on that one. But that's a good song.
okay,
That one's like, it's gonna be some 90s vibes with the singing, so people will appreciate that
right.
one.
That's what's
And
up.
other than that, yeah, just shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to this podcast. It's amazing that y'all are doing this for artists and for, the culture, and just help keep people in tune with what's going on, because I even learned stuff during this podcast. So it's real cool, man. Real good vibes. Shout out, like I said, John. Shout out Rock Blanco. Shout out all the artists that I've worked with, and yeah, man, I appreciate it for real. There's opportunities like this. I love it. This is what it's about, connecting through something. Music connects people, can make your day. And if we all can be on the same, like, kind of tempo, we can get things done better together than against each other, how things get these days. But yeah, I just hope
Hey
everyone
man,
stays safe out there, because it's crazy.
I appreciate that, man. And I want to give a shout out to you, brother. Shout out to your pop. Shout out to your moms. Shout out to your brother and your family who kept you together, man, and keeping you on your path and what you're doing and being successful and spiritually growing in everything that you're doing. Man, keep that heat coming, bruh. Keep them tools working.
Yes, sir.
Keep that TikTok banging. You know what I'm saying? And you always welcome back on Just a Conversation. You know how to hit us up, man, and come on back on for another episode, bro. It was a cold stone blast to have you on. I appreciate you, man. Love you, my brother. And I thank you,
Love you
man.
too, bro. Much love, man.
Man,
Much love, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
man. Appreciate everybody tuning in to another great episode with the Texas Tornado, B. Rocky Son, on Just a Conversation. Next week, next Saturday, we got the King Long, my man, aka Supreme King Allah. He'll be coming on next week to drop it nation building, and we gonna be dropping some more science, y'all. So y'all know what it is. It's just a conversation. Mass salute once again to my nostalgic radio family. Mass salute King J, son, Dick, son, the man at large. Y'all know what it is, and we out this joint. Peace.